You are my own hell. I won't let you out my sight.
What happened? Mochi, what did you do? Oh no. Okay, guys. I started off the new year by rearranging a few things. So this is actually a acrylic organizing box for makeup. I used it to organize my art supplies. It's actually the perfect size for it. It's very satisfying to look at as well. I decided to create a new bundle on my website. This is the Birthday Essentials bundle. So with this, you will get wrapping paper, gift tags, some ribbon, everything that you would need to wrap your present. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to wrap some boxes so I can take pictures and post them on my Instagram. Forgive my appearance. I have not washed my hair today because I'm gonna work out later. So I'm just gonna wash my hair afterwards. These are the things that are included in the bundle. So we have the cake gift wrapped. We have the doggy party gift wrap. And we have the whale gift wrap. I wanted to create a bundle that had everything that you needed to wrap a present. So you have your gift wrap, then you have your gift cards. So you're gonna get a set of 10. It's gonna be assorted, something to match each of the wrapping papers. So you also have something that's cake, something that's ocean themed, and something that's doggy party themed. And lastly, you will have a whole lot of pretty gold ribbon that I will include in each bundle. So you have literally everything you need to wrap a present, except for the present itself, and the gift box, and the scissors, and the tape. Okay, so you don't have everything that you need, but you will have most of what you need to wrap your present. So what you want to do when you're wrapping is, first, you need to decide how much wrapping paper you need. So I would say for this size box, you need less than this, but I hate it when I have just like the little bit of wrapping paper left over, because what are you gonna do with that? You're just gonna throw it out. So I'm just gonna cut the whole thing. This whole length is good for this size box. You just want your wrapping paper to come up to over halfway on your box, so that way you know for sure it will definitely cover the sides of your box when you cut it. So I just need to measure that on this side, and I will do it by lifting this up, folding this over, so I know that I'll have more than enough to wrap the box. Place your item. Always place your box front side down onto the wrapping paper, so back side up, so that your seam will be on the back side of the paper and not the front. Tape there. Okay. Now for the sides of the box, fold, increase, fold, increase, turn it over. I'm pressing against the side of the box, this side like so, and I'm using the table to press down and make this into a straight triangle, a sharp triangle, just like that. And then when you fold up these edges, you want the bottom side, you want that to be folded up first. You can fold it up straight like this. And I never tape the wrapping paper to the box because I hate it when you rip open the wrapping paper and it rips the box along with it. Because I like to reuse my boxes, just so, you know, you can save on packaging in the future. So I would prefer to keep the box intact. And sometimes the box that you're giving your present in has instructions and things, you know, so you don't really want to rip that. And you don't want to ruin the present itself for the sake of your wrapping. There, so that's one down. I'm gonna wrap two more to showcase my other two designs. This is what I've learned from wrapping my own presents with my own designs for the last couple of years. Different designs are suited for not only different occasions, but different sizes of gifts. So something with a smaller pattern like this, a smaller repeating pattern that's like close together, is suited for a smaller present because you can see more of the pattern in one face of the box, which is kind of like your display face, if you will. So this one, the dogs, I made a little bit larger so you could really see the detail in the painting. So they're not as small as your cake wrapper. So they would ideally go on a larger box so you could see more of it. Because if you used like this wrapping paper on a very small box, it would still look really pretty, but what would happen is you'd probably only end up seeing like this little bit of the design, you know? So I will use that to wrap this. I like to use the pattern to decide to see where I should cut it. So here I know it should be up to the edge of this golden retriever. So I'm just gonna follow the golden retriever all the way down, and I know that will be straight. I feel like if I cut it this way versus folding it and trying to follow a straight line, I often end up with a straighter line. So do you see what I mean? You can see more of the design in the front face because the box is larger. All right, making sure that's centered, which I can do because I did not tape to the box, like I said. Then we are going to do what we did on the other side. And lastly, we have my whale gift wrap, which this is the only gift wrapper I have where the pattern is not a repeating pattern. It's actually one giant landscape. Oh, can't see. It's actually one giant landscape, so it doesn't repeat itself. It's different at every area. So something like this, if you really wanted to showcase the print, then I would definitely use a larger present. For this instance, what I like to do is I like to look at which part of my pattern I want to see more of. So you can decide which part you like. And I like this. So I can see more of these little whales right in the middle. Flip that over, and I know that will be centered onto the box. So now you have your 3 presents beautifully wrapped. I think they look beautiful. And let's give them a matching gift tag. One for the doggy. Oh, they're next to each other. That's cute. I made the cake one yellow so that it would complement but also stand out against your present, like so. Maybe here, like the whale is looking up at it. That's cute. I like using this ribbon specifically, actually, more than the flat standard ribbons that you have, because it is more forgiving. You can easily untie it. You won't see any marks from where you made a mistake. You can do it again or even reuse it and several times and people won't really notice. And because it's gold and metallic, you know, it'll go with any design wrapping paper more or less, and it's just more versatile that way. There you go, one wrapped present. Sometimes I just like to take one little teeny tiny bit of ribbon like so and then just tie it very simply. Ta-da! You can just make one pretty ribbon like that. I feel like it doesn't need a lot. It's just a little something extra to make your gift pop, you know? And one last way I like to decorate my boxes with ribbon is I take it and I kind of wrap it maybe 3 or 4 times and then spread it out, like really spread it out like so. Oh wait, you know what? Since our present is oriented this way, I think we should wrap it this way instead. Cut it, and voila! Pretty! So I don't always do this, but because I know the lighting in my studio can be a little bit challenging, there's only one light source, and as a result, my photos tend to come out very contrasty in this room. I shot this photo with Adobe Lightroom. That way I could shoot it in RAW, and I could dial in all of the settings that I wanted to really have the control that I needed for this picture. Step 1 would be to crop the photo into a 4:5 ratio, which is the biggest portrait size you can put on Instagram. And then I moved over to the light area of Lightroom so that I could adjust the exposure, the contrast, things like that. Just try to make the photo a little bit more even. And then I moved over to the color where I played with the white balance and the tint because I want the color to look exactly as it looks in real life, because I want people to know what they're gonna get when they purchase my wrapping paper. I noticed a lot of noise in my picture. I don't know if this was because I'm shooting with an iPhone 7 Plus and then maybe the sensor is too small and the room is quite dark, so when I boosted the shadows it caused a lot of noise. So I'm just trying to combat that a little bit right now. This is one of my favorite features on Lightroom. If you want to get your flat lay looking exactly right, sometimes you can't get right on top of an image, you can use the geometry setting to kind of play with it a little bit and make it as straight on as possible. And finally, because I still wasn't satisfied with the lighting, I added a selective adjustment where I put a radial brush right in the middle of the image and kind of boosted the exposure in that area just a little bit, just to brighten it up and make it a little bit more bright and airy.
You are my own hell.
Oh, she's so happy. She's happy to finally be home.
Rose down, 'cause I have found that I am walking up in line, being yours and being mine. I think that you know. You ask real nice. Well, I'm a struggling alcoholic. I keep trying to be one.
Did you get it? Lido! Aba! Aba!
My awful tolerance for that grain, and with you it's the same. I can't help it. Also, baby, don't